Um, I've been doing some thinking, trying to figure some things out about living, what we do, the way things go, and here's what I've come up with. First, conception occurs somehow. I know how, of course, but I mean somehow in a larger sense, like the mystery of life. We'll get back to that later on. So there's conception, and then there are various battles of chance and biochemical complications that need to happen before the fertilized egg splits and splits and splits and so on until finally the moment arrives for the little bundle or bundles to squirt out into fresh air, to gasp and struggle and begin their first crawling efforts into the hell of life, wrestling with the drunken stupidity of yet to be developed limbs, digits, body parts, muscles, other such new equipment, vaguely familiar but useless until they become mastered through years of study and coaching and intuition, exploring the options, pushing the pouch of carnal knowledge until the life and the living are one, are in sync, and you find your way into the many private clubs of adulthood, maturity, small business loans, hedge funds, the varieties of religious experience, wine tasting, health insurance, the World Cup. Along the way, you encounter many, many levels of living. Some you must participate in, some you should avoid, some you feel like you've done before, some you'd like to be better at, some you wish you'd been warned about. You go through the process of finding your voice, developing means of expression, articulation, and authority as you worm your way from gurgles and squeals through the focusing of noise into voice, and from there into talking too much, complaining, singing, laughing, then finishing up with wheezing, coughs and gasps, and a long silence. Somewhere in there, you discover language and words as a playground and a vehicle. And along the way, you might find yourself appreciating the vast range and variety of words, the suitcase full of toys. You start small and expand as much as you desire in the course of your life, but language is something that's often taken for granted. And over time, expediency will replace curiosity. And of the thousands of words available to learn and use, you'll probably settle on a small handful that serves your needs. Eating is something that gets underway at the beginning, and it grows and changes as you do into more advanced and particular behaviors, which eventually relate to your response to hunger more as metaphor than primal reflex. From the initial urge to suck, a desire that never really leaves you, the things you will do to appease your appetite as you move beyond the world of the crib multiply in manifold forms, dodging and weaving around your ability to control and understand them. Confusion ensues when hunger leaves the realm of the stomach and mashed peaches gives way to cigarettes, coffee, bigger toys, more clothes, new this, better that, better job, bigger hat, more power, wealth, money, more time, more me. As you enter the teen years, there are some significant hormonal shifts going on inside you, and you graduate to a new level of animal social existence. What happens is, you sort of slug your way through the first awakenings of sexual awareness in your body, and you work over a number of years to link up the sense of sex in your head with the body sense, and you discover something called love, which also needs to be linked up, integrated. A sense of concern and care for others, and or the sense of desire for some completeness that you imagine can only happen through a bonding with another person, another body. The things that happen during this phase, the search, the hunt, the ritual, the dancing, the science projects, can produce a variety of new emotions and experiences like indescribable confusion, happiness, embarrassment, and deep pain. You meet people, try to kiss them, sometimes try to keep them from kissing you. You look deep into someone's eyes. You tell your stories and listen to theirs. You observe what they smell like, what they feel like, and sound like. You look at their penmanship, their smile, their chest. You're looking for something. You look at their shoes and at the faces of their siblings, their parents, their friends. You're looking for the clue that will tell you whether to stick around or to run far away. In general, what happens along the way, the basic stuff of daily life, how you live, what you do, is you do things. You do things. Just that. Living equals doing things. Most of what living is doing things. This kind of thing, that kind of thing, growing, breathing, running around, eating, looking at a clock, scratching your head, just doing things. Like twisting balloons into funny shapes. You might want to do that. Or throwing stones into water. People like doing that. You might like to pick things up and move them, or turn pages in a book and look at the words, or wash dishes. It's just things and actions, interactions, and that's what we do as people, alive, more or less. And one day, you might find yourself about to do something, maybe something you've done before, or something you've never done, something you think will have no significant impact on the world, or something big and exciting, whatever. You're about to do this thing, and suddenly you pause. You stop yourself just for a moment, no reason why. You stop yourself and you wonder why you are doing it. And you think again about doing it or not doing it. And you wonder why you should do it or not do it. And you wonder about the consequences of doing it or not doing it. And you wonder why you ever wanted to do it in the first place. What was compelling you to do it? Was it even your idea? Who were you doing it for? Why am I doing this?